posting shoes.
You was talking shit. I told you to stop talking shit. Sure, that looks like
God.
a cute. Is that your family?
No.
That's Joelle. Holy crap.
Bruh. Girlfriend.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Listen, this is where it ends. This is a good stuff.
Haitian politics. This is my office, you know.
They need to be a little bit shorter because what you want to do is you want to fit it in there.
The last 3 posts.
The Rocky Mountains.
Plus those savings a lot to our investors. The average ROI, return on investment in South Florida today is 5 to 8%. This is, for lack of a better word, laughable. To put it into perspective, if you invest $250,000 at the end of the year, you would have back between $12,500 to $17,500, provided that there were no major expenses, which in some cases it can result in you breaking even or worst, losing money. That's $250,000 in exchange for just a little bit over 10K. That doesn't seem like a good deal. And yet people take it because, number one, they don't know any better. Number two, they're afraid of trying something new. Number three, they only want to invest in the city that they live in. But what if I could show you investments that have very little to no maintenance and you can control 100% just like you control your local real estate? If you want to start getting our exclusive list of off-market properties, join here, the link, and then if you want to schedule a call, talk about your goals, whether you're buying, selling, or want to lend money on deals, call us. We're happy to help.
When did you post that?
1533. That was yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah. Also, quotes do very well.
Okay, you gotta be active on other people's account and like other people's stuff because that brings them to your page to like for like, you know what I mean?
That used to work. Now it's a little bit different. Now what works the best is consistency. So every single day, like every hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you should be posting something new. And it could be like a picture of us in the office, a picture of the property, a quote, just you saying something about a situation that happened. Consistency is now what really wins people because, and you need to have a bigger audience. Like if you have 700 people, you want to have 1,000. By in 30 days you want to have a stuff. It's very easy to grow an audience. All it takes is you sending friend requests.
Yeah.
People that you think they're.
I'll make another one.
Don't send friend requests to people that you know that they're not gonna bring any business.
Right.
Like send people to. At least you have to have an idea that these people will bring businesses.
Right.
In your case, realtors. Like everybody. Like I would go out and find out every single realtor in Macon, and I think it's like 900 of them. Facebook caps you out of 5,000, so you should be friend with every single realtor in Macon.
Oh, I didn't know you had a cap.
For personal pages, it's 5,000. Business pages don't have a limit. Okay, but that's how you're gonna get some attention. Now, this is something that's not gonna happen right away. Like it's gonna take some time. But the sooner you start, the more they're getting to know you. The more they're getting to know your properties. The more they're getting to know your products. The more it's gonna start clicking on their head. Maybe what Joel, Melissa, and Whitson are saying makes sense. Because what they're gonna do is they're gonna turn around to the local market and they're gonna see that these $250,000 properties, that's how much they have to pay. And they don't wanna pay $250,000 for a property that's just gonna bring over 10K. I mean, think about it, it's $10,000. In South Florida, how long is that gonna last? So they are more at risk by investing in the local market than by going out there and finding new opportunities. So the more consistent you are, every single day you should be doing 1, 2, 3 postings with a wide variety of stuff. Like it could be, like I said, it could be a post about the property. It could be a video of you talking about a situation. It could be a picture of the buyer that just bought. It could be a picture of you signing a contract. It could be a quote. It could be a newspaper article that you saw online. You copy the link and you paste it on your post, that talks about real estate. So all these things,
I have an idea.
all these things, they're gonna be able. Now, if you're really, really smart, like I'm gonna give you a golden tip. Wilson, you got this? I'm gonna give you a golden tip. So what you do is, on Saturday or Sunday, or one day after you get home, you do a plan for the whole week. You got me? So now for the whole week, you have little folders, like a folder for Monday, and at a certain time, you post those things that you have there in the folder. Like you start planning out your social media game ahead of time. So instead of improvising one day, okay, so what am I gonna do today? No, like you took care of that last week. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you start getting good at social media, to the point that you're always consistent. Every single time you're consistent. Eventually, mark my words, somebody will say, man, I've been seeing your postings, your videos, your properties for a while, and I think I'm ready now. $75,000 last year were made in our company because of social media alone. Marketing expense, advertising budget, zero. Think about that for a moment. It cost nothing to advertise. Maybe sometime, 5 to 10 minutes of your time. I think it's a fair trade.
75.
I think it's a no-brainer. But the more,
I'm sold.
the sooner you are, the more consistent you are, you'll get those calls. You're gonna be like, I've been following you for some time. I think I'm ready now. And that's how you know, damn, social media works. And this is just the early beginning stages.
And we can post articles too, like benefits of investing.
You can put Yahoo Real Estate, Zillow articles. Zillows are actually very good. Realtor.com, TheRealDeal.com is good. We can even create it, like you can write your own stuff, and we can review it and we can put it out there. Okay? But the power of social media, and keep this in mind, social media now it's taking off. It hasn't reached like maturity levels yet. Now everybody's trying to figure it out because there's not a blueprint for it, right? Even the big guys, the guys that you see all the time, the Grants, the Garys, the Ties, they're still trying to figure it out. Now they're way ahead of us. But every single week, Facebook keeps changing the algorithm. So even they have to figure out the whole strategy, because what used to work before doesn't work anymore. Like Facebook had a very good feature called behaviors. They don't have it anymore. And they would tell you how, like when somebody is likely to move, when somebody's likely to purchase, when somebody's likely to do something. Oh. They don't have it before. I mean, they had it before, now they don't have it now. Oh, wow. They took it out. Because every single week, every time, I don't know, every 15 days, 30 days, they switch up the algorithm. So you have to stay on top of that. But you got it easy. Because all you gotta do is make friends, post stuff.
Mm-hmm. Join groups.
Yeah.
I need a cool
join groups. And every time you get a property, you should have like a checklist, okay? Okay, so I got the property. I'm gonna post it out there in Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna post it in 5 groups. Like you should have already, like in a spreadsheet, the links of the group. So it's just click and paste, click and paste. Click. That way you become more automated. That's how you get good at it, by having a little system. You like we have a system in the office, right? We buy the property, like we send out the contracts, we get the properties, we purchase the properties, then we find buyers and we sell, and then we make money. That's the system. But the question is, how can you build your own micro system based on your specific needs? Maybe your call it's not as good as you want it to be, but you make it up on social media. Maybe your social media, like daily posting, is not consistent, but you make it up by posting it on Facebook Marketplace, and that's how you get leads. So you're always trying to figure out how, like, what works for me. What works for you might not work for her or for Will. So you have to find out, okay, how can I tailor-made this plan to my end goals? And the end goal, of course, is to get leads, to get clients, to buy properties.